We have one more speaker that I'd like to bring out. It's a young man who's doing a lot for his people right now. He's a medicine man. He was a student at St. Francis Indian School. His name is Wasey Gru.
Hi. See, I used to go to school in St. Francis, so I went to school with a lot of you. Halfway through, I got bored, so then I dropped out. And it was one of the biggest mistakes that I made. And I stayed home for about a year. I didn't do nothing. And then, like Mom said, I started doing the spiritual side of stuff. And then that took me a long way. And then the second step was to get my education. So I went and I got it finished. And while I was doing that, I was teaching myself about these treaties, learning about it. So it may not seem like we don't need to know them, but one day these guys right here are going to be gone, and we need to know them. Because without those, our healthcare, our education, all of that, we're not going to have it. Schools first, right now. Because I used to sit up there and I used to listen to people say this. I don't want to listen, I didn't care. So I figured I was going to finish. But I didn't. So these treaties and then life on the res, you all know it's bad. Poverty, healthcare sucks, schooling sucks, school sucks. But what can we do to make it better? So without your input in this stuff, it's not going to get any better. It's always going to stay like that. So I figured I'd step forward and start putting my input in there. And it helps these guys. It helps them. Because every generation has a different way of learning. So I got in there and I put my input in there. A lot of people didn't like it, some liked it. But that wasn't the point. The point was to get my generation and your generation's thoughts in it. That way they understand and they can set it up for us. So when it's our turn to come up here, so when it's our turn to sit in there. So like I said, going back to education, you got to get it done, no matter what. And you look at the res, how many people graduate high school, and they go out to college, and a lot of them come home right away. And why do we need to go out when we have this institute right here? You can finish everything right here. We need a lot of doctors. IHS. Why not go into that? We need lawyers. No, we have a lot of the feds come down and they take a lot of our people away. So we need lawyers to help with that. We need law enforcement. We need all kinds of stuff. That can all be done right here at this institute. Treaties, all of that. Come here and learn it. So it's being self-efficient is what it is. We have to do it. Because if we don't do it now, who's going to do it? We're going to lose everything. It may not seem important now. How it was to me, I didn't really care. I figured, grandma will take care of it. Mom, dad will take care of it. But you look around, and there's a lot of people dying. Even through spirituality, there's cancer coming. I don't know where it's coming from, but it's everywhere. It's spreading like wildfire. On the spiritual side, I've seen over 30 people come to the sweat ceremony that have accomplish something, work together, get something done positive for your people so that they'll live. But, I went down to council the other day, and it was the first time, I was embarrassed to stand there. Those people were leading us. All they did was argue. They didn't think about us, as young people. They thought about their problems. Things that don't matter, things that shouldn't even be in there. Our housing. The housing, you have parents of a baby still living with their mom and dad, and that shouldn't be like that. You have 10 people living in one house that's only built for 3 people. So my goal is to bring better housing here, so that whenever you guys have a family, you'll have a solid home. You'll have some place to go home to. Your child will have a home. Something where you don't have to bother with housing to come fix your house. Something sturdy. So that's what I'm working on. Because the houses we have now, I live in a walking shield house. And there's no insulation in there at all. So when winter comes, it's colder in hell in there. And I have a little brother and sister that live in there with me too. So we have heaters on full blast. And whenever I have those heaters on, most likely your electric bill is going to run up. Propane's going to go up. So why waste time doing that when our people can build houses that last? A house that will, in the winter, will be nice and warm, so you won't have to use that much propane. But in the winter, the summer, it'll be nice and cool in there, so you won't need air conditioning. You'll just need a fan. It'll stay cool in there. But that's where I'm set right now. Is I'm gonna have a son pretty soon. And I went to Sunrise. And there's a 2-year waiting list there. I want the housing. They told me, well, if you're patient, we can get you a house within 13 years. So, I didn't want my son to grow up like I did, There was a lot of people in my house when I was growing up. And I didn't have my own room. So I pushed for this, and I'm still pushing for it. But it's those small things that you can do, and this is where it all starts right here. Like I said, high school goes by really fast. Seems like you're a freshman, you blink your eyes, and you're standing there on the podium and you're ready to graduate. So it's, don't waste your time, is what I'm saying. These people, going back to the spiritual side, I have these people coming that are going to die within 3 weeks. You go to them and you look at them, wishing they didn't do this, wishing they didn't do that, wishing they didn't do this, that, and if they could go back, they would. So you look, those small things teach you something.